What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play Death Road to Canada with DogAndPony. I'm DogAndPony, and this is Death Road to Canada. We're gonna continue our game here. The horror continues. Yikes! Alright, we're walking along. I actually forgot about this. It's been a couple days since I've recorded. Just camping. The group decides to set up camp for the night and tries to eat a meal. The group eats a decent meal. Lose food, -4. Okay. Manveer rolls up his sleeves and starts tending to their wounds. He tries to help but lacks enough medical supplies. Once again, I think this is a waste of an encounter. Okay. He's low on health. Like, even the toe stubbing thing might kill him. The group walks to the entrance of a dark tunnel filled with cars. Good news for us. There has to be some gas and a working car in there. Also lots of zombies that can't escape from... that you can't escape from easily. It's very thick and irritated late at night. This is going to be super dangerous. I think we're going to have to bring a pipe bomb with us. And this shotgun, even though it's pretty low on ammo. Manveer is capable of resting here. Lucky for us. What does he have? He has a nightstick. Huh. Okay. New plan. Here we go. It is... yeah, that's good. It's Labor Day today. I'm recording this on the day that I'm releasing it, which doesn't happen often, but the holiday weekend kind of threw off my recording schedule. So you're on the bleeding edge of content here. Happy Labor Day to anyone in the United States, and happy Monday to the rest of you. We're gonna need all the gas we can get. We don't want to run out. This isn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it would be. So that's nice. And if I do get caught in a more precarious situation, I've got a gun. It's not the shotgun. It is the snub-nosed pistol. I don't think I've taken any damage yet. Gotten grabbed onto a couple times. That's just fine. We're out of here in a brand new car. What's the condition like? I don't know. We'll check it in just a second. Oh, I hit the wrong button. No, I don't want to abort the game. Q. Okay. I hit escape. Alrighty. Engine is down 1, which we probably have done just now, I think. And the chassis is at 5. All good. Trading on the death road. Alright, we have 8 food. Unexpectedly, the group finds someone they can trade with. Visit the trader camp. 8 food is probably not a good amount to go in here with. This person has the same car as us. It's a different color. A little bit there. But it's like the same actual vehicle pattern. Alright, Easy Medical College. The group discovers an unsettling and filthy van. It has a sign that says Easy Medical College hanging crookedly on the door. We're gonna use some charm here. We got free medical training, and now our medical is actually good instead of neutral, which is perfect. How much more can we charm these guys? We got a man selling a bunch of firearms. He's holding a minigun. We don't have enough money to make him show us the good stuff, unfortunately. Moving on. Maybe some free medical attention here. The group finds a woman surrounded by medical supplies, medical equipment. She claims to be a skilled doctor. She offers to provide healthcare in exchange for food. You have 8 food left. We can't afford the treatment, unfortunately. I was hoping Manveer would be able to use his charm to get some free treatment, because he's the one that's actually been damaged quite a bit. I would trade my fortune for a real roll of toilet paper. Unfortunately, we don't have any to give her. Nor do I think it's even possible to do so. A lot of trees up here, probably nothing in them. You know, I'm not even going to bother. Let's get back to the car. We're all set here. There's nothing below where we came in. So we're hopping in. And getting back on the road to Canada. How far are we? 9 days. 9 driving days till Canada. And nowhere near enough gas to do that. But we'll find more along the way and probably need another car or two before we even get there anyway. From a distance, the group sees some skeletons and loot in the middle of a debris-blocked street. They walk over to get a closer look. This gets the attention of a horde of zombies that rush out from all sides. Siege alert, there's no escape. It's massive in the late morning and 1 hour long. The massive horde is going to be a problem for us. Hopefully Manveer can rest, but that is not the case, unfortunately. So we're going to give him a little bit of stuff to hold. That should help keep him alive. We're going to jump in. Okay. A little bit of loot too, which is nice. Hopefully he picks up that gun, because XRN has no room to hold it. We can't go around the back of the second house in, but the first house we can, which is going to keep us alive briefly. Manveer is probably not going to survive this encounter. Shouldn't have given him our shotgun, looking back on it. But gonna go ahead and use a gun. We need to kill as many zombies as we can to survive this. I think that much is obvious. I thought we'd be able to go down into those houses, but we can't. I don't think we're gonna be able to get into any of these houses just because of the size of the horde. We'll try it though. Oh, it's just debris. Bad idea, but luckily I managed to get the next round of zombies to spawn inside that house instead of outside. We're just about done here. I should be able to hold out. And I did. Okay, now I can just escape right off the bottom of the screen. Do you want to go back to the road? Yes, let's hit the road. Whatever Monveer dropped, we are fine with losing. With a horde that size, there's no way we can risk going back for it. Hopefully we'll encounter someone new along the road. I bet it's going to be too cold for everyone in Canada. It's a little bit pessimistic there. Glimmer of hope on the death road. We feel inspired? What do we want? Of course, this time around, sorry I was drinking some coffee there. This time around we don't have the option to gain 2 of a skill, which is when it would be the most helpful. Our morale is pretty neutral at the moment, so we're going to do morale and a random skill gain, as almost always. Every day is great, teacher. As long as you don't get eaten, we gained mechanical. And our morale went up, of course. Mechanical's good. We got to be able to fix the car if it breaks down. Do we know what it is? No, we don't. I could have just seen that. But it's better than it was at the very least. Non-useless junk shop. This would be a great time to train with repairing things, so obviously we're going to tinker all night. Xarn spends all night taking stuff apart and putting it back together. It's very noisy, but her mechanical is increased once again and revealed. It's frowny. It was apparently at the lowest possible value it could have been prior to the morale and random skill gain. So I'm glad we did that. Everything smells a lot different than it did before soap became rare. I bet it does. We got a magazine here. Prepared preppers. Wow, so Xarn's shooting, medical, and mechanical all increased. We don't know the first 2, but our mechanical is now neutral. The mechanical ability of Xarn went up from the lowest possible value to neutral in 3 encounters. 3 encounters in a row, we got mechanical skill increase. It's an issue of Prepared Prepper. The special edition, in mint condition, she studies it. It's now Justified Wisdom. Yep, okay. We got 54 gas as well. Excellent. We're going to be able to stay on the road for a while without having to walk. We should be pretty safe. As long as we encounter a second party member relatively soon. The zombies in the city have stirred. They are already aggressive as Xarn arrives. I say we risk the infested stronghold. I think it'll probably have a lot of food for us, and we need it for trading. Though, if we just run out of food the next time we go to an like a trader camp, we might get some free stuff instead. It's a trade-off. I think the infested stronghold is going to be better regardless. Yeah, we get all coffeeed up if we go to the cafe, but I don't really know what that does, so I don't care. We lost our nightstick in exchange for this shotgun. It was a waste. I no longer have any melee weapons. Monveer had the umbrella. I put the nightstick down. We got to pick up something because I don't want to have to use my gun exclusively. We're going to go in and we're going to pick up the first weapon we find and use it. A lot. Ah, come on. Okay, 1 food isn't bad for this room, but these empty bathrooms are like the most annoying room to find, I think. Once again. And I don't want to use... Luckily that furniture is blocking the way because I don't want to use my gun. I didn't mean to shut that door, but it's what happened. Okay. A lot of debris in this house, a lot of emptiness. I think we got 1 food, and that's it. Maybe 2? Yeah, 2. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, nothing in this room I can pick up. This is going to be pretty disastrous for me, I gotta say. The amount of nothing I'm finding and the lack of weapons as well. I don't think her strength is even high enough to pick up a skeleton from what I just saw. 1 medkit. I think we got 1 more in the car, so if we do take a little damage, we'll be able to heal up at least. Okay, that's bad. But the femur is now our melee weapon. We're good. We're fine. We'll be fine. I'm actually a little nervous here Just the amount of zombies here and the just really terrible amount of loot we're finding. It's gonna be dangerous going ahead. We do have the pipe bomb. Gotta remember to at least try to use it safely. A lot of food. I feel sorry that I complained not 5 seconds ago, but we're good now. Just gotta get out of here. Find that infested stronghold and hopefully get even better loot from there. A better melee weapon, a better like pistol type weapon, even just the regular old pistol I think is better than the snub nose. Fred's Fort! We found it. We found our infested stronghold. I've never seen one called Fred's Fort as far as I can remember. I think they've all just been called Stronghold or like safe area. That's better than our femur here. The umbrella, which of course I can't pick up because I missed my opportunity. So much food. I was right that that would be what was in our stronghold, it seems. Yeah. And there's something else on the ground. I think it's a little too dangerous for us to try to get that. We died. Yep. I'm not very good at this game, I gotta admit. I think I've gotten consistently better at Enter the Gungeon, and I haven't gotten much better at Death Road to Canada. It's tough. I think this is a little bit more luck-based. Let's start a new game, of course. I feel like there is obviously skill involved. We've got Fur, a mega buff warrior, and we've got Doug, an irritating car nut. Works for me. Let's get started. Okay. Yeah, I think there's obviously skill involved. If I was a little bit better at playing, I wouldn't have... Try sacrificing someone you don't like by getting them eaten on purpose. Okay. I would have been able to survive that encounter, but at the same time, like, I got pretty swarmed there. It's hard to get out once you're, like, grabbed onto by 3 or more zombies, and there was a lot more than 3 there. To start the journey, we want to go to the... Oh, wow, this is the first time we haven't gotten just, like, Quiet Factory and Rest Stop and House. Let's check out the Quiet Hotel. In order to survive the Death Road, you'll need to hoard as many supplies as you can. You will also need to find ways to train and grow your team. Quiet Hotel is the way to go. The group goes through an empty town with no supplies to be found and little zombie activity. One small hotel seems to have more undead roaming through it than the rest. It's a sparse but sluggish horde near noon. We've got a pipe and a piece of wood. Not the best start we could have hoped for, but that's fine. We'll get better stuff like a nail board right away. I want to loot the shelf. I feel like we get more loot from it if we loot it than breaking it. It might not be true. It might be equal. Or just... Yeah, you know, it probably just doesn't matter at all. Okay, I missed that throw. This throw, I'm not going to miss. Ah! You thought that I missed and just... you thought I totally whiffed it and hit that table? I completely intentionally ricocheted the chair off of that table into the zombie. My plan worked perfectly, and you should feel ashamed for doubting me. This shelf has nothing on it, and I thought that my buddy there was going to take care of that zombie, and he just didn't. That was some pretty bad AI action going on there. I gotta say. A little disappointed with the way that, what's my buddy's name? Doug handled that situation. Okay. Nothing in here, just an empty bathroom yet again. Even when they're not empty, the bathrooms typically don't have very much stuff in them. And toilet genies are just so rare. Let's loot this just in case my theory is correct. My hypothesis, if you want to get technical. A lot of rooms in this house because it's a hotel and not a house. And you should ignore a lot of the random things I say. Alright, 2 more areas to explore. Gasoline! That's something we miss out on a lot in our first encounter. We either get gasoline and no food, or we get food and no gasoline. This time we got a little bit of both. 3 days worth of food so far, in addition to the, like, 4 days we start out with. No, 3 people's worth of food, in addition to the 4 people's worth we start out with. So a little bit, like, a day and a half's worth of food, in addition to the 2 days worth we start out with. That's more accurate. That's everything explored here. Do we want to leave? Yes. And we got enough gas for like 2 trips. That's nice. Not great, but good enough for a first encounter. Both of us are happy, so that's good to see. Zombie watch. It gets late and there's no great place to camp. Who wants to keep watch? Do we know anybody's loyalty? No. But Doug's wits and attitude are terrible, so Fur's gonna stay up on watch. Fur stands watch for roving zombies. She manages to stay awake but feels pretty groggy in the morning. Her morale decreases, but her loyalty is revealed as good. And they all eat a decent meal. Spending 4 food, and we're down to 10. 5 more days. No, 2 more days and a half. The ranting man. The group is ambushed by a yelling man. He's ranting and raving. He doesn't look particularly dangerous, but those rants are starting to sizzle. We're going to tell him to say it, not spray it, and see what happens. Doug interrupts the man's rants to tell him to say it, don't spray it. Oh, looks like we got a heckler. He blasts Doug with a devastatingly insightful rant. The butt-blasting rant makes a small shockwave. Doug's morale decreases, and Doug is hurt. I'm a little sad. I'm just glad we don't have to deal with fast zombies. Fair enough. Everyone needs to hustle. Doug says that someone in the group isn't pulling their weight and demands that they get kicked out. Who should leave the group? Doug. Go away, Doug. You're not very good. Fur recommends Doug leave instead. Doug storms off in a huff. Fur shrugs. Okay. Fur is now alone, driving through the city that hasn't been completely overrun. That's shitty, more accurately. You should look for supplies to stock up for the journey. I will absolutely do that. Medical clinic or gun shop? I think, at least early on, medical supplies are more useful than guns. Or, I'd say long term, medical supplies are harder to find than guns. Late game, I've noticed we find a lot more guns than early game, and that's also when we need them. While medical supplies are needed throughout, because we can get hurt by random encounters like the ranting man. So, while guns are helpful when used of our own accord, medical supplies are helpful constantly. Unfortunately, we haven't found any yet. And it's tiring to swing this nail board. Let's just move through every room and get whatever we can. I gotta loot the toilet. It'll be the first thing we found this whole time. And it's 1 bullet for no guns. But it's something. Alright. This is our last hope. This room is our last hope for finding anything actually useful. I closed it after opening it. Okay, there's more rooms around here. That's a good thing. The more rooms we have, the more likely we are to find anything at all. Alright. Okay, here we go. At least 2 more medical supplies. 3. Some of these might be able to contain multiple, like this green thing might be able to be 2, I think. The jars are always 1. I'm not too sure. Maybe the green chests are always 1 as well. But that doesn't matter because we're up to 7. And that's an awesome amount. That's slightly more than 6. A little bit of a math lesson for you. Bet you weren't expecting that. I had to circle around the long way to get away from these zombies, and it worked perfectly. I don't know if this guy's... It looked like the ones going up, following where I had been, didn't even notice me when I came up behind them, because they didn't turn around. So that's interesting. It's a good thing to learn about the AI there, that it kind of has like a one-track mind in a way. I can't believe I let that happen. Let's just move on, not be too upset about it, and we are in a town, so there's going to be more stuff to loot too. Maybe some food, maybe some weapons. We're full up on weapons, but I can drop this cane. Speaking of the cane, I'm going to switch to the meat cleaver. I think it's going to be a little bit better for us overall. With just the one of us here, we're not going to be killing too many zombies because it just takes more time than I'd like to spend. With 2 people, it's a little faster to kill them. But right now, I just need to worry about not getting hit more so than actually killing them. Because with 2 people, it's also, I don't have direct control over the second person, right? So they can get swarmed more easily. I'll try to remember to come back for that other room. It could have something great in it. And I just didn't have an opportunity because, you know, I am not killing the zombies. So that is coming back to bite me a little bit. But I still think it's a better decision overall. I'll hit them whenever I don't have to go out of my way to do so. Empty. Let's go back up in this room. It cleared out just as I was hoping it would, and we got at least 4 food. I saw 3 on the ground and a refrigerator that was lootable, which meant the refrigerator always holds at least 1 food. Well, okay, that's not true. It can hold like ammo or something else, but typically it'll have food in it, and usually it'll have at least 1, if not 2 or 3. Are there any other buildings over here to loot? Going a long way in a narrow path, but we found one building to go into that should be worthwhile enough. It's pretty large. It's a really like long building. It stretches back far. It's a little weird, but I like it. It should be pretty nice to get through for the zombies, I would think, because we're gonna be pretty swarmed coming out of the last room here. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, a toilet and a cabinet, 8 medical supplies on this journey. 1 gasoline isn't, the greatest thing we could ever find, but it's helpful for sure. Let's, come on, just gotta squeeze through here. We're almost dead, but we got a lot of medical supplies, so we should be able to heal ourselves up. We're getting back in our car and we're getting on the road and we're not gonna get hurt anymore. Alright. We went from 3 to 11 medical supplies and 10 to 15 food, and now we only got 1 person eating as well, so we're gonna be fine on medical supplies and food for a long time. And we're almost all healed up as well. Wait, we went from 3 to 11 and I just used 4? I just used 4 medical supplies and didn't even get fully healed. That's pretty terrible. We found a large campsite with a lot of people. None of them are going to Canada, but we're gonna camp with them and hopefully stay safe. We take a risk and we go to sleep in the crowded camp. One of the other groups learns about the trip to Canada. They give you some supplies because they say you'll need it more than they will. That's nice of them. We got 15 pistol ammo, 12 shotgun ammo, 8 food, 6 medical supplies, and our morale went up. This is the best encounter I have ever had. I was drinking coffee there. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a better early game encounter than this. That was awesome. We just like doubled a lot of our resources and more so for like ammo and stuff. And we're fully healed. We've still got 10 medical supplies, which is more than we went into that camp with. And now we've even got more health as well. While scavenging, Fur runs into a man covered in cardboard boxes. He says he's been stuck there for days. He has a nightstick lying on the ground. Do we want to steal his weapon or help him up? We have enough melee weapons. We don't need a nightstick. Even though it's probably better than a lot of what we have, admittedly, but we're gonna help him up. Maybe he'll give us some sort of reward or morale boost. He says he can't bear a reward, but his gratefulness is a reward enough for us, and now we're even happier than we were. I'm feeling pretty great despite being alone here. I'm sure we'll find someone good soon. Trading on the death road. Outside of Canada, most of society and civilization has been destroyed. You can still find people engaging in trade. We have 21 food to trade with, which is pretty good. Next time I do have to start a new game, which I'm sure will happen. Even if I win in this one, I'll be starting up a new game regardless. Hold that thought. Fur finds a man near a rusted truck. The truck is full of gas tanks and oily rags. Do we want to buy any food? Or trade food for gas, I mean? No. I think we're going to be okay for now, so no thank you. We'll find more gas. We've got at least like 2 encounters worth of gas, and I'm sure we'll find more along the way. Fur talks to a friendly scavenger who is selling extra bullets. We don't have a gun. We don't need bullets. What's down below? Just a graveyard. This was a pretty lackluster trading camp. So anyway, the next new game we start, whether it be after a loss, which is likely, or a win, which is unlikely, but possible. I think I'm going to do another run in rare characters mode. One of these days I'll also be creating a whole bunch of custom characters and playing a familiar faces run. I don't know if I'll do the custom character creation on camera. There is a dog wandering nearby. It's keeping its distance but watching Fur with guarded interest. It's become rare to see a dog that trusts people. You have 21 food left. We're going to feed it 2 cans of food. Fur lures Brent over with food. He knows a good source of meals when he sees it and decides to stick around. Okay, he joins the team and he ate 2 of our food before even joining. 1 hour cabin vacation. The group gets confused when driving through a forest. I knew from the title it was going to be a siege, obviously. They stop at a cabin to figure out where they are, but they get trapped by a roaming horde. It's moderate, near noon, 1 hour. Try to survive, of course. Can Brent rest? He's not at full health. He came in slightly below full health. He can't rest. And I didn't realize this, but Fur's medical is really bad, which explains... I had my suspicions. I didn't realize it was actually revealed yet. I had my suspicions about it just based on how many medkits she was using in order to heal us. Okay, I think this is going to be a good setup for us. Let's jump into the siege. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be creating the custom characters on camera or off. I'm going to run into the cabin early to get the loot inside. I'm going to be picking up an extra nail board. Brent died! Excellent. I don't consider that my fault. I hope you don't either. We spent 2 food to sacrifice 1 person and hopefully have a better chance at surviving a siege. Is that a bad trade? I think we won't know until the end of the siege. But it looks like yes. I think I'm going to have to wait out some of this in this room. Hopefully no more will spawn in here. But I need to lure them away from this doorway, which I managed to do moderately well. Now I need to lure them away from the other doorway. Yet another nail board, though, to pick up, so we're not going to be suffering on weapons. Okay, I didn't lose health there. We're not facing the right way. So it's hard to change your facing when you're making, like, smaller movements like that. If you haven't actually played the game and you've only ever seen me or other people play it, you might not have realized that, but it can be pretty tough to change the direction that you're facing without making larger movements. I think we're gonna be able to get away. There shouldn't be too many people. Oh, poor Brent. Look at him. So sad. Let's get out of here. Yes, let's hit the road. We got 4 food, 1 medkit, and we lost our dog. It's really unfortunate. I feel kind of bad about it. Abort the game and quit to the title screen? Yes. I don't know if I'll be creating the custom characters on camera or not. I haven't decided that. If you have any opinion on that, leave a comment below. If I don't get any comments about it, I'll probably do it all off camera. And then jump in with a Familiar Faces game on camera within the next 5 or 6 episodes, I would assume. Maybe more than that, depending on how everything goes in the next couple. But that is all for now, so thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and subscribe if that's the sort of thing that you're into. I'll see you in the next episode. Happy Labor Day!